educational purposes. Nothing I say today can be construed as financial or investment advice. I just want to make that clear for everybody who's watching us today. All right. So I'm just going to start with a few bits of what I call the latest news, ladies and gentlemen. And I saw this yesterday. I thought, let me just include this. And it said Britain needs to accept they're poorer, says the Bank of England. I mean, I was in shock when I saw this. We need to accept that we're poorer. I mean, this, if you're not in England, it may not apply to you, but I'm sure it's relevant wherever you are. So what they're saying is we have to accept being poorer. If we want to abide by the normal monetary system, we have to accept being poorer. But ultimately, we say no, because that's not the ultimate way. In the ultimate way, we are not going to accept being poor, because we are not going to abide by the conventional monetary system. And this is the fantastic prospect of Ultima and Alex and the vision for this opportunity, guys. Now, if you haven't registered for the conference in Berlin, please go and register. The tickets are going incredibly fast. Go to your back office, go to events, and all you have to do is register. Now, remember, it's a two-part process, because some people fell foul for this. Once you've pressed register in your back office, you also have to send details of your plane ticket and your hotel, your plane and your flight and your hotel booking to confirm your registration. So it's a two-part. You register in your back office, and then you have to send confirmation of your flight and your hotel. Then it will be guaranteed, all right? Some people, they just did one part. And when they got to the convention in Dubai earlier on this year in May, which if you was there, you know, it was an awesome one, they couldn't get in. So please make sure you do both parts, all right? And again, from the webinar yesterday with Alex, I think there's going to be some exciting news mentioned and from the stage. I'm really looking forward to it. I'm booked, hotels booked. I am ready for the convention on the 22nd of May. All right, so go to your back office and register for the event. I think it's going to be absolutely an awesome time in Germany. All right. Now, just to remind you again, you should all know there are no PLC farms available now, no purchases or no upgrades. But I do like to remind you on this, because we all have PLCX farms, and some of us do have space in our PLCX farms. If that is the case, you do need to fill the farms while the minting factor is as high as it is for the PLCX farm. So just because we've moved on to the new farms, don't leave your PLCX farms with space in it. You really want to capitalize on the space so you can produce more coins for the swapping. So I just want to really encourage you to fill your PLCX farms. Remember, it's technology, and without you filling it, it cannot produce more tokens. All right. Again, the new Ultima cards are now available. I just want to say this. I think we have the codes. This may be a question you can ask Terry and Eniko at the end. Regarding the cards, I think we have the codes. I'm not sure if everything is working in the way it should do. But remember, if you do have the old cards, you can also get these cards. You can also get the new Ultima cards. Absolutely fantastic. What a great marketing tool. The Ultima card on the front and MasterCard on the back. Come on, guys. This is a fantastic marketing tool for you. So you can have your old PLC card, which some of you should know what that looks like. And then you can have the new look PLC, new look Ultima card as well. Go to ultimamembers.com, but possibly pose that question to Terry and Eniko if at the end in the Q&A, if everything is ready and good to go. But remember, the new URL is ultimamembers.com, not PLCU not PLCU. Is ultimamember.com. That is the new URL that you go for the cards. All right. Now, we get this every day. I did go through this last week and I broke it down, but there are a couple of changes. I'm not going to go through it all again, but just a couple of changes from last week. We get this every day. It's the countdown telling us something's going to happen. Again, if you want to have an idea exactly how this is broken down, then look at the recording from last week. I won't go through everything, but I will go through the two parts that have changed. And it's these two parts here. We now know that the new Ultima farms will come to an end on December the 31st this year. So from December the 31st this year, you will not be able to upgrade. Well, no, let me just put that way. You will not be able to upgrade using USDT, all right, because the farms will come to an end. Now, for those of you are thinking, well, okay, if I can't upgrade, what will happen to the 60-40 space that I have? Don't worry about that. The 40% ratio space you have, which you get every single 30 days, you can still use that to upgrade until that's finished. All right. So even though you won't be able to actually purchase any more farms with USDT, you can still use the 40% that you get every month to upgrade and purchase new space and then fill it with USDT. All right. But that is ending on December 31st, 2023. So guys, that time is going to go in no time, absolutely no time. So this is what the two changes to the image we see every day will show us. All right. But we know Alex extended the 7.2 minting factor for 2 extra days until the end of the 28th of April, because obviously the technical issues getting things started. But so if you want to maximize on this 7.2, you really do need to get in now, get your minter and your farming unit. We also know that the smart coin swapping date now will be on around about May 27th, which is around about the date of the Berlin conference. And we understand that's because Alex has informed us that there's a high possibility, not guaranteed, this is not guaranteed, as you know, but there's a high possibility that we'll be able to get more than 1% swapping throughout the year. The 1% is guaranteed, but if you've listened to his voice notes, then you will realize that there's a potential for us to get more at ad hoc times throughout the year if more smart coins are needed for the new smart blockchain. But for those of you who are wondering, I think the earliest the smart coin swapping will start is May 27th this year. All right, just for your information. All right, guys, let's just talk a little bit about the Ultima farming units, because they're now live. You can have the farming units to fill the farm. So let me just go through that very, very quickly. So once you purchase a minter, you have to activate it. All right. Make sure you activate in your back office. So these are the minters here. So for example, you will see from 110 up to 1100. Now remember, you can only purchase the minter in USDT. So let's say, for example, you purchase the basic license of 1100. So you purchase the minter license for 1100. You can see there are two tabs at the top, Ultima farming license and your activated minters. Once you purchase a minter and activate it, you must activate it to see the next tab. You will then, so you purchase the 1100, right? Again, let me just remind you, you need USDT to purchase the minters, and you can get it from any one of these exchanges. All right. Once you activate the license, you will see another tab. There's a tab, and you will see Ultima farming units. So you will only see it once you activate the minter. Now, in this example, I've purchased an 1100 minter. What you will see in the farming units is all the individual units that I can purchase to fill my 1100. So obviously, if I went for the 1,000 euro one, that would totally fill my minter. I may want to do the 500 and then do another 500 next week or next month. But once you purchase a minter, you will see all of the size minters that you can have to either partially fill it or fully fill your minter. But there are some things you must bear in mind. Remember, all right, You will only see this Ultima farming unit if you activate your farm. All right. So let's take, for example, I bought the 1100, but I just wanted to put 100, this small 100 euro farming unit to fill it slightly. This is incredibly important. You must remember this. All right. Now, this is the amount of Ultima it's going to take to fill the farm in unit, 0.01. That is a 0. Let's say if I purchase this farming light unit, this is how much Ultima I need, 0.01. All right. Remember, you can only buy the Ultima on the Coinbase exchange. So remember, you do need to have access to Coinbase exchange, but you must bear this important aspect in mind. All right. So when you go to withdraw your Ultima, you'll see this section here. All right. So you remember the minter costs 0.01. Okay. Now, some people, and I know it's happened, they would put the amount of Ultima to be withdrawn as 0.01. Yes. Look. But what you must focus on is not the amount there. You must focus on the amount you will get. Just look at where the green arrow is pointing to. The green arrow says you will get less than 0.01. It says 0.00975. Now, if you send this to the minter, your minter would not be purchased. You would need to have to send extra. Because why? Because in this calculation, the transaction fee, the smart coin transaction fee was not taken into consideration. If you are sending your Ultima, you have to take in consideration the exchange fee. All right. So this is not correct. What is correct is this 0.01025. Now you have taken in consideration the Ultima exchange fee, and look at the sign, you will get 0.01. So you must always look at what you will get, not what the amount of Ultima. Yes, always make sure you look, the amount you will get matches the amount of Ultima the farming unit costs to purchase. Otherwise the purchase will not go through. Don't make that mistake, guys. Otherwise you have to send some more funds to that. So I want to make that clear to everybody here. All right, so this is the correct way of doing it. All right, just to remind you, all right, the sell wall will increase from 10,000 to 11,000 on May the 1st. All right, so if you want to purchase your minters, get your minter, get your Ultima for the lowest price, get your minting factor for 7.2, which is the highest minting factor, and get the largest capacity minter, then I really want to advise you to be able to make that purchase as soon as possible, guys, especially before May the 1st, before the wall goes up, and it will be 11,000. In fact, the price is rising as we speak. It's about 10,100. All right. So if you really want to maximize on the lowest price, biggest space, highest minting factor, make your purchase as soon as possible. All right. So let me just come through a quick little bit of mindset before I bring Terry and Eniko in. All right, guys, listen, change. There's one thing that in life we have to admit happens, and that's change. But so many people fear change. Yes, there are changes in your work, and there's been changes in this opportunity. But look, change for some people means uncertainty. It means for some people fear and anxiety. Yes, but on the other hand, yes, change does bring about challenges, but it also brings about opportunities, guys. It does. Now, if change brings about opportunities, it's all about what I'm going to show you on the next slide, guys. Now, look at this figure here. You got one person on the left or one person on the right. This person sees a 6. This person sees a 9. Who's correct? Well, they both may be correct, but it's a matter of perspective, guys. It's a matter of how you look to change, how you look at this figure on the ground. Because, and it's the same way, it could be challenges or it could be opportunities. So change can be seen as challenge, can be seen as frustrating, or it can be seen as an opportunity. I see change as an opportunity, because the changes that are being made in this company, I truly believe, are for the greater good. So I don't fear them. I see them as opportunities, and you should too. And I just want to share with you, again, I've shared it before, but I want to share with you what allows me to be able to view change as an opportunity, and what allows me not to fear the change. And again, let me just run through this. This is what I call my fear index. All right. Because many of you, when you see change, you have a high level of fear. It may be 10, it may be 9. But often, because I get this, even with my team, they don't attend all the trainings, and then they call me and they think, well, Ken, why is this happen? Why is that happen? And they sound fearful at times, and not just in this opportunity, but just in my coaching and in my career. And the reason why they have all this fear, because they have a low level of knowledge. That's what happens. They're fearful because they have a low level of knowledge. But guys, I've told you before, and I'm going to remind you, and I remind my team, what happens is the way you decrease your fear is by attending Zoom trainings, by listening to Alex message daily, and by investing time in the Telegram messages, because these 3 things alone will allow you to understand the trajectory that this company is going, and when a change is made, why that change has been made. But too often, so many of you just go missing for 3, 4, 5 weeks and then come back, oh, something's different, and then you get fearful. But if you are plugged in to the Zoom trainings, to the daily messages, all right, and to the telegrams, yes, you will be fearful of any change. But if you are plugged in, you'll understand why it's happening. So let me just share with you finally the equation. You remember this equation? This is the equation. The F stands for fear. And if you take fear and you divide that fear by knowledge, because what happened? Knowledge breaks down fear. All right. So F stands for fear. The K stands for knowledge. So the knowledge breaks down fear. So if you divide fear by knowledge, it breaks it down. But knowledge is not power, guys. For any of you who think knowledge is not power, the only thing where knowledge becomes power is when it comes to the A, and that is you apply that knowledge. So the knowledge you get from the Zoom trainings, from Alex daily messages, from the Telegram groups, you apply that knowledge. It's no use just listening. You have to apply the knowledge, but it doesn't stop there in this equation, because then it moves to the P, and the P stands for persistence, because you can't apply that knowledge today and don't apply it tomorrow. You have to persistently apply that knowledge. And the C stands for consistency. Because why? Because you have to be consistent in the way you work. You have to be disciplined and consistent in the way you work. So this is my equation that I shared with my team and I work through. Fear divided by knowledge plus application. Time is being persistent and consistent in the standard. And you know what will happen? This is what will happen if you follow this equation, guys. Your confidence level will grow, because you will have the knowledge, you will have the understanding, guys. Your confidence level and your belief will go. And guess what will happen? When your confidence level and your belief grows, you will have a bigger confidence and belief in Ultima and Alex's vision. That's what will happen. You will have a bigger belief in Alex and the vision he has from Ultima, because you understand why the changes have been made, guys. This is the equation. You can take a screenshot for yourself. Fear divided by knowledge. Apply that knowledge daily. Be persistent. Don't give up, no matter what happens. All right. And be consistent in the way you apply it. Build your confidence. Develop your belief in Alex and Ultima, guys. This is a simple equation I share with my team every day. It's on my wall, and I'm reminded of it every single day. So if any of you are fearful about the changes, maybe you just need to think about, have I really been attending the training? Do I really understand why the changes have been made? And then take some time to understand the training. Well, it's great you want to training today. And then you might think, oh, now I understand. All right, guys. So with that being said, guys, we all want to be ultimate happy. That is absolutely